All right, looks like we're live. Episode
right.
number 60, Illiana Stock Car Radio Podcast. Had a couple weeks off there, Chris. But
Well, yeah, work kind of got busy for you. Work got busy for me. And I think I was drowning in pictures at one point.
absolutely, like, yeah, last week I didn't get home from work till after showtime. So yeah,
All
we
right.
definitely couldn't
But
have
yeah,
definitely couldn't have had a show last week, and then the week before just had way too much going on. But we are here tonight. Like I said, episode number 60.
all right. We'll make up for it tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna make up for this one. We have the winner of the Lee Schuler Memorial from Night of Features at the Grundy County Speedway with us. S4 Motorsports guys, they will be with us. So we're gonna intro this show and make sure you stay with us. Well, Chris, as customary, after a big local event, we typically try to have the winners of that event on the show. We've done it for the Bentonhausen for the last couple of years now, and this one, what can I say? It's kind of fell in our lap.
Kind of know this guy.
Yeah, we kind of know this guy. I was kind of there. I was kind of a
He didn't even have a choice. There wasn't even a hey, you want to be on the show. It's
no.
You're doing this at 7:00 on Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, I mean, like I had to pull his arm to want to talk about this even more. But we've got him here. Stan Zolaz, S4 Motorsports driver, car owner, father, son. Here we go. Let's get these guys squared away. There they are.
Yeah, that was in between their heads.
Well, that's just about everything. It's either in between or over their heads, you know.
Mostly over. Yeah.
Usually. Well, you guys are freakishly tall, so that's kind of difficult, though.
No, I don't.
So, welcome to the show. You know, so long time no see. You know.
Yeah, it has been over 24 hours.
I know. Anything big happening lately? I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't slept since that, man. It's chaos. It's awesome. Where is it at? The trophy is right.
Yeah, it's back there.
Other side. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, you're reverse. You got to do the reverse, man.
I don't know my left from my right. It's just exciting.
Well, that's also just being outside Lake of the Four Seasons. That'll do that to you.
Every time. I got miles on it today. I took it around to I don't know, half a dozen sponsors today and took pictures and told them some good lies. I mean, stories about what happened and all that stuff. So,
yeah, I'm curious. How many sponsors did you go see today?
I think the total count. Let me see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we saw 6 today.
All right,
that's pretty good.
Right. Heck yeah.
That's a whole quarter panel.
Yeah. 3 of them were at one place, which is a local bar in Lowell. That's fun. Anyway, so that was kind of cool. I went over there and I'm like, oh yeah, heck, there's 3 of them right here. So we took care of that.
Nice. So I will get to the actual race night here in a minute, but leading up to it last week was kind of a big week for us. If those that don't know, S4 Motorsports, they sponsor one of the Crown Point Cruise Nights every year. They've done it for the last, I don't know how many years. But last week, it was our Crown Point Cruise Night on Thursday. So some kind of cool, interesting stories coming out of the cruise nights for us, as always. And this one was no exception.
Yeah, that some bizarre stuff. The cruise night before that, I had... you always get the stories from all the people that want to come and talk to you and all that kind of good stuff, which is really cool. And I had an old guy come up to me and said, "Hey, I want to give you some luck." I'm like, "Well, luck is what you make it, but whatever, if you're buying, I'm listening." And he had these steel pennies, and he goes, "Well, do you know what these are?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, they were minted in the 40s during World War II to kind of hold on to precious metals because of the war going on." "Oh, you know that?" "Yeah, I've seen them." I said, "I don't know much about them other than that." And he kind of told me what the worth is, and these are special ones. They're extremely lucky. And I mean, he's telling me all these stories, and I'm like, yeah, we're race car people and you believe in that kind of stuff, but it's like, whatever. So he gives me 2 of them. And he tells me the story that he had a friend that had some horrible luck with bingo, had never won it at this place that they've been to. He gave her one of these things. She won $1,000 that night. She took $1,000, went to a gas station and bought a lotto ticket and won 10 grand. So I'm like, hey, I'm in. If you're buying me some luck, I'll try it. So we put 2 of them on the car. We go to Grundy that past Friday, and we put it on the pole. We're fast qualifier. That's awesome. You know, we're having a heck of a night. Crew chief's pretty happy, and we end up 5th in the feature. So, but we're in one piece. Car's not scratched. You know, great. But, you know, you always want the win. Go back to the car cruise because the guy's like, make sure you come back that Thursday after you race. All right, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we'll do it. So we do that, and he comes up, and he's like, well, where's the trophy? I'm like, well, your pennies were a little light, I think, my friend. So he's like, oh, no, I kind of figured there'd be a big old trophy here and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's cool, man. Luck is what you make it. He goes, well, promise me one thing. You're not going to sell this. I'm like, okay. So the next penny he gives me is apparently very expensive. It was only minted for a small amount of time. And I haven't looked it up yet, so I don't know. But he was very adamant about, don't you sell this to me. Don't you sell this on me. I'm like, I don't need the money. I'll take the luck. All right. So he gives me this thing. And I had it in my wallet and totally forgot about it until Sunday when we were on our way to Grundy. And I'm like, oh, geez, don't screw this up. So I tape it in the car. And we end up with this thing behind me. So I don't know. Like luck is what you make it, I suppose. You know, there was a lot of hard work that went on in the shop that week, and we made a lot of changes to the car. And I'm going to go with that, but it definitely didn't hurt. So that was kind of interesting. So it's always cool to tell the backstories behind these things, and that's one of them. So that's kind of interesting. So we're going back this Thursday to the Crown Point Cruise Night to see this gentleman and show him what happened. So pretty cool deal.
Yep. I think that's usually the coolest thing to come out of those car shows. And also it's chancy because, I mean, you get talking to some folks and they'll, you know, once they got your ear, they'll never let you go. But the stories and the stuff you can kind of get from them are always kind of interesting.
It never goes away because they have endless amounts of time, you know, because they're all retired folks that are just there. Fuck your ear off. So yeah, good stuff for sure.
And then Sunday was also another special day for the S4 crew as well. I'll let you kind of talk about that. It's a little more of the voodoo that was going on Sunday.
Yeah, well, some strange things. So I've got a friend that's on the car. He's been on the car since 2015. He passed away in a work accident in 2015. Joel is his name. His twin Jason. Their birthdays were on Sunday the 6th. Joel was a really, really big help at the track. He was our security officer, and if you need anything big and that man could do it and do it very, very well. There's a quick story about Joel. We were at the track. Chris King was driving for me at that time, and we got into a pretty good wreck. Most of it was cosmetic. The car was really good that day, and it really sucked. Tore up the fender and the front end. We brought it in. And guys were taping off the fenders and pushing the hood down. And I was down in front of the grill. You know, motor's running. It's loud. We got headsets on. I'm screaming for tape. I'm like, tape it off. Joel tackles 2 of us and pushes us out of the way, grabs the grill and rips it off the car and hands it to me. It says, here's the grill. I'm like, I said, tape it off, not rip it off. So that story has been going on, you know, since then. I think that was probably 13 or something or whatever. So that's a funny story. And it was weird at the track. Stan's girlfriend Abby was taping the hood onto the fender. It just didn't fit perfect enough, and Jeff was like, hey, we need to fix that. So I'm like, hey, tape that off. And she was kind of playing around with the tape, and I'm like, yeah, make sure you tape it all the way off. And she thought I said rip it off.
Take it off, right?
Started to take it off, and that started that conversation with that. And then I realized that that was their birthday Sunday. So I think we had a little extra help from above. So that was kind of cool. Thank you, Joel.
Yeah. That story never gets old. I laugh at it every time.
Yeah, it's a really funny story, and I'm sure other guys have that kind of stuff too. But it was at the time, it was like, man, I was so mad, but that's so funny. It's reminisce that for sure.
Well, let's talk about the race night just a little bit. Race night was going to be in question there for a little while because had some heavy rains and stuff move through. which kind of made for a chancy track conditions going into practice. So, Junior, this is where you will take over because I don't know that I've ever heard your voice that high on the radio. I mean, you were up on the chip about the water on the racetrack. So kind of talk to us about practice and kind of getting your head right and getting in the game.
Yeah. Turns 1 and 2 were the really bad spots, especially in turn 1. There's a couple cracks there that were seeping tons of water, and they tried their best they can to repair. They put Speedy Dry there, and I probably, in my mind, I thought that was really the best idea. They did it. We went over a couple times. It seemed okay. The Speedy Dry did absolutely nothing. It actually started seeping more water, and there's right where my line is in turn 1, there's a track there that was seeping tons of water, and it was very awkward to not hit it because that was exactly where my line was. And I was trying to tell myself, you need to drive differently. But it was very hard to. I kept hitting it and the car sliding like on ice. And off of turn 2 is the same situation. Usually when I come off the corner, my car's right side tires are pointing straight and I hit that crack every time. Yeah, that made for some entertainment right there.
Well, you were able to finally kind of make the adjustment. It seemed like we were able to get some good reads on the car kind of for that second practice and whatnot. Obviously we got Jeff Cannon there with us, and he's just to watch his mind at work sometimes is cool and frightening.
Yeah.
And expensive.
Yeah.
Then we get to qualifying, and they had, I think, cut a groove in the track or something at that point, I believe. So we didn't get to make the adjustments back to what we had made, in practice. So qualifying didn't really go as we had planned.
Yeah, we had done, surprisingly, we have always struggled. He's in qualifying, and lately of this year he's really dialed it up and got a feel for it. And we were expecting to be a little closer to the pole there, but yeah, just one of those deals.
So it kind of worked out though. Started on the front row of the feature, got behind there on that first restart. You're able to work the leader over, make the pass for the lead. So walk us through getting to that point, trying to make that pass for the lead. And were you thinking about, okay, I need to go, I got Hoffman and those guys coming. Maybe if I can just get out front, maybe we're good, or what, take us through that and kind of what your thought process was, Junior.
Yeah, he was telling me on the radio that Hoffman was coming and stuff like that. So was Schaefer. So my mind was thinking, if I quicker get around him, that means I can run away from this guy because I was a little bit quicker than him. And Hoffman and Schaefer could deal with him, maybe fight for that position a little bit harder, and stuff like that. And Hoffman got him around pretty quick. We were probably about a couple car lengths ahead of him. I kind of stayed through there. My mindset was, all right, let's push the car, but let's not tear the tires up. I want to have some at the end here in case I get myself in a situation to where I need to have the tires left in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Well, laps are winding down, and he tells me Schaefer's behind me now. And my mind, that's still the same mind process. Think of just stay consistent, don't wear the car out. Then Jeff gets on the radio and he says, all right, just let the car roll, don't tear your stuff up. He says, doesn't look like he's racing that hard. They're kind of just everyone's saving their stuff right now. So I'm doing like that, and then he's telling me that he started to put the pressure on a little bit harder. So my mindset is, we're gonna have to start pushing the car a little bit harder now. And then cautions after cautions after caution.
Yeah.
That was brutal. I think that was the worst part.
Yeah. Like I said, I think they called FedEx and had another yellow flag sent because that thing.
I think they wore that one. It's fitting. It was a little bit fitting though, because we were stuck on lap 33 for like ever.
Right around there at 31, 34, 30. Yeah, it was like, never Groundhog Day all over again.
Yeah. So, Junior, what was going on in your mind in the car, all those cautions? Were you just hoping to get some green flag run just to get into a rhythm? I mean, the caution is kind of breaking your rhythm.
They were kind of benefiting here and there. We'd run like a couple laps, it'd be caution, and because I got some pretty good restarts on Schaefer. I pull away about 3 car lengths, just getting up gap. And then I wanted to get in a rhythm because I was starting to figure out. Jeff has helped me because I was complaining about just the car wasn't there. Didn't feel like it was perfect in my opinion, and I was trying to get his opinion. Like, what can I do in the car to improve what we're doing? Because he's faster than me in some places, and I want to improve there so he doesn't if I slip up somewhere, maybe he pounces on me there. And he was just telling me here and there. And then after we started to actually get racing in, and we were green flag, I think the rest of the night after that, and starting to get a rhythm there, and it just seemed like he was on me the whole time. It just seemed like I was just a tick faster off the corner, and he just wasn't able to get a good enough pass on me. For sure, I feel like he was definitely underneath me a couple times. I felt just a little up some rear end uppage in the rear, but I was like, well, I said, hopefully he doesn't spin me out, but I don't think he would. But it's just, then finally, 5 laps to go. It sounded like he was about ready to pass out on the radio. So Jeff took over and says, calm down. Got 5 laps left. You're pulling away. Just stay consistent and just stay in the car. So I did that. After I got the white flag, I was like, all right, he's either gonna wreck me now. So here we go. It's one in the turn 3. Let's see what happens.
But that's Schaefer. He's that guy. He's an outstanding driver, a stand-up guy. I mean, he races you, like you race him. And we've raced him for not a whole bunch with the late models, but for years
since Bandos, yeah.
And I guess we really didn't race him in the Bandos. He's a few years older than Stan, and we never really got a chance to get up to speed around him. But in the Legend car, we got to be around him quite a bit, and his dad, and they were both, they race. They're racers, man, and they if you're faster, they're gonna get around you, and they're not gonna do anything stupid. They're just good people, period. And I've always raced good with them, and we've unfortunately spent a lot of time behind Junior, in a Legend car.
Yeah, I want to talk about that because, I mean, it's got to be a little bit of sweet redemption because I got to remember one of the last Legend features at Illiana. You led the entire thing and then was passed by Paulie Jr. on the last lap.
Yeah, you remember that too, huh?
Uh-huh.
We had one similar to that at M40. I think one of the bigger races up there, we were racing and it was coming down to the end. I think he got us with a couple to go, So yeah, it's those things you remember, but you remember how he raced you. He's a stand-up guy.
Uh-oh, technical difficulties.
Jeremy, I think we lost him.
Did we lose him? Bummer.
Well, otherwise he's making a weird face for a long time.
He is probably making a weird face. His face is weird. Guys, if you can hear us, get back in. There we go. All right,
okay,
you in now? All right.
Where we went, but that was awesome.
I don't know where you went. Somewhere in interwebness.
Good break. So yeah, just Junior's a stand-up race car driver and always has been, and you don't feel comfortable, in front of him, but the guy's going to race you clean and going to race you right. That's all.
Right. Talk about, we had Jeff there with us, and just listen to his coaching on the radio. I don't think you could put a price on just that knowledge coming through the radio. Because, I mean, really, we've steadily worked our way up through the field from, running in the back at, in the Illiana days in the late models to now we're up front. So kind of some of that experience of running up front and the restarts and managing your tires and stuff, it's stuff we really haven't had to deal with before. So kind of talk about Jeff's influence and his coaching and stuff that we had Sunday.
Yeah, that's a huge help there because in my mind process is if I can run away from them and stay away, then do that. But there's always a consequence. You do it. You're pushing your car to the limit and just going all out. Jeff, he's just telling me just go easy on the car. He says the car is fast enough to where if you just let it roll to the center and just get back to gas smoothly, he says you really shouldn't have a problem. And tell me, especially like in chassis stuff like brake bias and all that stuff, and just little adjustments here and there, line adjustments here and there to figure out, what's making you worse, what he's doing better, and what I need to improve on. He's watching there. He watches everything, especially in restarts. I've never actually restarted like that at Grundy before, especially on the front row. So it's kind of new to me. So I'm still trying to figure that myself. Obviously, I've restarted electric cars plenty of time. But obviously it's a way bigger deal. There's a lot more people that have raced several thousands of laps on this track that
Yeah. Sure.
More experience for sure compared to me.
And it was neat that, I'm the spotter, and I'm not going to say I know everything, but with all that going on, and then just hearing him, give this little input here and there, you should be doing that, you should be doing this, and that just neat to hear all that stuff. Oh yeah, I should be telling him about that. Not my mindset is just worried about make sure it doesn't run into anybody and paint the best picture that's going on behind him that I can. But as a spotter, you need to be telling him, when to be cleaning tires and what's it doing here and those kind of questions. And that's where, Jeff's experience, steps right in, because he's done it a million times. So yeah, awesome.
Yeah. So, all right, Dad, take me through the last few laps, because with about 5 to go, and Jeff came on and kind of told everybody to keep their composure a little bit. I think not only he was talking to the kid, but I think he was talking to you a little bit too.
Yeah, and we've been in this position before. We've led laps at Illiana and been there, and it didn't really affect me or anything until about lap 10. I started going, "Ooh boy," and I stopped counting down the laps to him, and then got a little high pitched, on the radio a little bit. Got a little excited. I'm like, okay, I need to calm myself down. And yeah, Jeff chimed in about lap 5, kind of calmed us all down. I quit calling laps. And then it was 2 to go, and I still didn't say anything. I was just telling him where Schaefer was behind him and all that. And I looked in turn 4, and I could see him going to grab the white flag. And I looked in turn 4, and then I knew he was clear by 1, and I just looked in turn 1, and I didn't even look at the white flag. I don't even want to see it. I don't want to look at it. I don't even tell him. And we came off of 2, and we were clear by 2, and then I could finally felt like you could breathe. It's going to be what it's going to be at this point. So, yeah. And then I almost fell off the grandstand up there, and all over them, everybody around me was like, "Oh my God, that guy's nuts!" But you know what? That was darn awesome. It's an important race. It's Grundy County Speedway's Daytona 500. And we just won the thing, and we didn't win it on lap. The last lap we led. 40, 50 some odd laps. It was huge. It was huge. Super exciting, man. I was blown away. Still blown away. I don't think I've slept.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's your famous line. I mean, you can sleep when you're dead, right? I mean,
yeah.
Now you got sponsors to visit, and you got a Bentonhausen to prepare for now. I know you were working on the car before we went live. So what? I guess what's next?
You want to? Well, you can talk.
It's just normal maintenance in the shop. Get the car ready, make sure nothing is broken, misplaced. Fix some body modifications there. Got a little damage on it, but that's just part of it. Main part, just make sure everything's right, make sure it's ready. So when we go out to the Bentonhausen, we'll be hopefully in the show this time, and not have to worry about the qualifying race, and maybe we'll
that'd be nice.
Go for a win on that one too. It's always likely impossible if that to happen. I mean, always anything can happen, so we just gotta be ready, right moment in time.
Right.
At the track, I was talking to Jeff about, hey, we were done and won and all that. And I'm like, well, the first thing we talk about is, well, what are we gonna do to it? What are the things we're gonna change on this car? He just turned to look at me, and of course Stan had been squawking. Oh, it's tight in the middle, it's horrible, blah 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 blah. And Jeff looks at me and goes, take it home, do your maintenance, and don't touch anything. Roger that, sir.
Yeah. So obviously, with the win comes one other tradition. I think we've seen it for Bandolero wins, Legend wins, and now late model wins. I gotta shout out my buddies here over at Good Acre Photography for these ones. So let's see what we got going on here. Oh yeah, there we go. The traditional.
Yeah. Good
victory lane hug there. He's almost off the ground. You almost got him fully lifted up.
Pounds, come on, I'm tired.
Yeah. Then mom's not free from the abuse either. So there she is, and so that was a good time though. That was quite the time. I know myself, with about 5 laps to go, I came off the pit grandstand and just stood by the wall. I could hear Abby and a couple of the other folks screaming louder and louder and louder through the headset and through all the talking and everything. So because even for your last late model win at M40, when you went up there, I wasn't there for it. So this is my first late model win, like feature win with you guys. So yeah, I needed a few minutes to kind of process it myself. So I kind of had to go down to the wall and
go up or whatever.
Yeah. I was either going to be really pissed or really happy. So I just kind of needed to be in my own little space for that.
That's funny you brought up the M40 when we won that one. Over there, you can park in the middle of the racetrack there at M40, and we had our hauler there. And there's no spotters there, obviously, but watching the track, we stand on top of the hauler, and you kind of walk around in circles watching this thing. And Jeff and I were up there, and I was high-fiving and hugging Jeff, and we about fell off the damn toter. We were coming around so bad. It was so funny. And after I got down, I realized that would have really hurt. So then the same thing almost the grandstands over at Grundy. Probably, and I actually did going down the stairs to get down there, but thank God I didn't fall down and nobody saw it. But yeah,
that was the other reason I got down, because I didn't want to fall off the grandstands.
I couldn't. I'm still trying to watch the car. Fall down. The nurse is there; she can take care of me.
That's true. That is true. So got the Bentonhausen left, and then is that it? What's left on the schedule?
No, as long as it comes back in one piece, then we'll do the last race of the year. We're scheduled to do that, so we're gonna fulfill that for sure. We've got some car cruises and stuff still coming up for the end of the year. Just kind of getting through all that. We got a motorcycle cruise deal in October for some firefighters, some sort of I haven't got all the details yet, going down in Lowell. So yeah, I got a couple more things going before we close out this year. This year, how do you explain it? But yeah, at least we got to get some racing in and pick up one of these little trophies over here, and all is good.
Well, I know you got sponsors to thank, so I'm going to give you about 20 minutes to go ahead and do that.
Let the kid do that, and you don't have to go through the whole list. Just thank a couple of the main ones. Shop Real Estate.
Getting out because I couldn't see for like 20
This is
seconds.
vodka, Chris, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not doing a live What's in Chris's Cup.
We can do What's in Stan's Cup this time.
Now that is pure vodka, my friends.
I'd like to thank Shop Real Estate. He's been on the car about 4 years now, 5 years in that time period. He's been obviously a huge help with us. He's starting to get more in the racing world. He loves to see his name out there. Obviously, he's a realtor. He's downright, if obviously everyone thinks a realtor is like, I don't want to stay away from him. He's going to chip me in my money. He will get you the best price and get everything as possible, just as the way you want it. Obviously, Meeks Construction, he's connected with that. So if you want a custom home or obviously one of their homes they make, you can get one of those from
Don't call me. I don't want to hear it.
You're going to be the one they call anyways, my man.
Enough. No more, please.
The other thing, Connor and Sons are on the car too. Hawkbomb, King Hobbies, SDI.
It's right back there.
Yeah, Scapel too.
The other car's
Didn't Abby write a list for you?
we definitely got to thank FRS and Jeff Cannon for all he's done for us and all the experimental stuff and just hanging tight with us and making it happen. I know it can get frustrating sometime, and he's frustrated, but this year's been good. We've tried some experimental stuff and allowed Jeff to do whatever he needs to do. And big shout out and a huge thank you to Jeff and FRS for what they've done.
Yeah, good stuff. Well, we are going to let you guys go finish your maintenance on the car. We're going to finish up annoying everyone on the airwaves here, and I'm sure we'll check in with you later.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
No problem. Adios. All right. And that was our local racing spotlight presented by S4 Motorsports with S4 Motorsports.
I was going to say it. Sponsoring their own stuff now.
Well, I guess when you sponsor it, you definitely want to be in the show, right? So
yeah,
definitely made that happen with them, and definitely cool to be a part of. I don't know. It was quite the evening. So from my perspective, and yeah, this show was pretty. It's a layup. It was a gimme. So good time. So with that being said, let's transition into our weekly winner circle segment, presented by Damn It Race Videos. Damn It Race Videos provides quality racing videos from Grundy County Speedway and the South Bend Motor Speedway. You watch all the videos on the Damn It Race Videos YouTube page, and also follow them on Facebook for the latest news and information on their schedule and their video posting. So that being said, Grundy County Speedway, from Friday, September 4th. Eddie Hoffman took the late model super late model A feature. Josh Nell was mid-ams. Eddie Legui, street stocks. Matt Clemens in the pure stock feature. And Connor Kozowski took the Super Cup feature. And let's transition to the 6th, the night of features. As we've talked about, Stan Zolod's 4th took the Lee Schuler Memorial late model feature. Blake Brown, the mid-am feature. Eddie Legui doubled up this weekend with the street stock feature. Cameron Preisler, pure stocks. Rob Baskey, Super Cup feature. And Scott Kerner took the midgets feature. In the Shady Hill Speedway, they also ran this past Saturday night on the 5th. Jamie Lomax with the UMP modified feature. Torin Mattil, pro late model feature. Chris Joseph, the bomber feature. Ryan Lagasty, a guest from a few episodes ago, took the four-banger feature, and then Ron Wilkes took the stock car feature. I think those were the only tracks running this past weekend.
Yeah, South Bend had a night of destruction. I've kind of been following along with what's going on with Galesburg and M40, but haven't made it up there for a race yet. Now we're kind of running out of time.
Yeah, like I said, we are running out of time, man. We got a few races left on the calendar, kind of sporadic here or there. So let's look what's coming up this weekend, Saturday, September the 12th. The NRA 360 sprints have been rescheduled. That's a rescheduled date for the Plymouth Speedway. So they'll be there with the Super Streets and the Thunder Stocks. South Bend Motor Speedway, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is the South Bend Showdown. A lot of information, a lot of racing action going on all week. Too much for me to jot down in the notes. If you want to know all about it, check out their Facebook page. Might be on their website too, but I know for sure it's on the Facebook page. So check all that out. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a lot of racing. All the schedules and everything I believe are up. So go check that. And then the Shady Hill Speedway, they are also racing Saturday, September 12th. It is their Champions Night featuring the modifieds, pro late models, bombers, I-mods, and four bangers. Grundy County Speedway taking this week off. Then the following week will be the Bentonhausen Memorial 100. And then the week after that will be Championship Night on the 26th. So, so let's talk about this.
That's still actually questionable. We got some scheduling conflicts going on right now.
Scheduling conflicts.
I don't want to throw anybody under the bus, but I'm not the only Goodacre working for Goodacre Photography.
Oh man, hey, apparently you need somebody to fill in for you.
Yeah.
If only I knew a race car driver.
Hey, technically, you're a media person, so
yes, I am. I have not received a formal invitation to compete, though. So I would be a ringer.
As long as you got my name on the car, Rowdy Burns Cole Trickle situation.
There you go. We can make that happen. Just throw some mellow yellow on the side of it. We'll be good.
There you go.
And get the 12 on it. We're good, man.
I got just about enough money to put that name on the car.
We've jumped the shark, I think, when we start throwing out Days of Thunder lines. Oh man, now you're getting called out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let that one go. We'll talk after the show.
It's good stuff, man. We are running out of time. Stan says you can do both. I don't know what.
Not from two different towns. I can't.
I would actually like to see you try to do that. To be perfectly honest with you, I think that would be pretty good.
Believe me,
So yeah, man. Like I said, we're running out of race nights, and we were waiting for the season to start, and then it started, and now it's almost over, and it's like, where the heck did it go? And here we are, man. That all being said, I gotta catch my breath. A lot going on, man. That being said, the last few sponsors we want to thank before we wrap it up and stop polluting your airwaves. Remaining sponsors, Goodacre Photography.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, so you want to tell everybody what you got going on the Goodacre Photography side of things.
Which I just finished right before we went on the air, so those will be getting uploaded tonight.
Hence how we had a couple victory lane photos.
That's exactly how those happened. Yeah, I've got Friday from Grundy's already up, and Sunday we'll be uploading tonight. So I'll have a post on our Facebook page tomorrow morning when those are live. Zolod's, your album will be up here momentarily. Then yeah, we should have Shady Hill up, I think, tomorrow at some point. And then yeah, we're just kind of scrambling for people. Everybody apparently has things to do, so we're going to try to be at as many tracks as we can the rest of the season.
Well, there you go. And so all that stuff is goodacrephotography.com. You find them on Facebook and Instagram, because I think you've been using Instagram a little bit more too.
Starting to, yeah. When I remember to.
Yeah, I had the same thing. I actually remembered Saturday or last Sunday, so to actually post something on there. And I don't think you were in it this time. So
yeah, well, I was busy.
Yeah, well, it happens. I also want to thank International Women's Motorsports Association, IWMANation.com, or on Facebook, IWMA Nation there as well. Left Turn Graphics, and Boss Man, Driving DJ, the Driving DJ Network. He's still broadcasting races, got a lot of stuff going on over there. I know once season wraps up here in a couple weeks, he'll probably be hitting that just as hard as he was before race season. So
I think you and I are going to be
we'll be drafted. Yeah, we'll be drafted. But we'll see what we can get going. I'm sure there's probably, if it hasn't been talked about, Grundy County Speedway League stuff in the works. I think that was pretty popular in the extended off season earlier this spring. So I think your Driving DJ and the Driving DJ Network will be the home for anything that happens there. So stay tuned for all that. Any other final thoughts this week, Chris?
I don't even know if I had any starting thoughts.
That's true. See, Bechtel's calling it, man. Teams back together. Dream team or the nightmare team, depending on your perspective, and if you enjoyed the broadcast or not. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was kind of fun for the most part. once you get past through some of the technical glitches and whatnot, it was fun. Good time. All I know is I am still kind of basking in the afterglow of that win Sunday night, and was super happy.
Is that what they call
it? Yeah, that's what I'm going to call it.
Okay.
So I'm going to go there, and it's just a good night of racing, a good night to be at the racetrack.
Yeah.
Just been thankful to be able to do that. So thoughts on let's see, Jaden Kratashi, there he is. Thoughts on the new Revamp Virtual South Bend Motor Speedway. I have not turned.
I've seen some pictures of it. It looks like kind of scary real. I'm going to have to figure out how to get iRacing working on the new computer.
You mean NASCAR 2003?
Oh, yes, that. Well, yeah. Shut up.
Just making sure. We got that going on. So, yeah, we'll have to definitely, Jaden will have to turn some laps there. And obviously we enjoyed the South Bend event that we did earlier in the spring as well. That was a fun evening. And
I have to figure out how to finish a little higher up in the field next time, I think.
I had a W. Yeah, so I was good there. But, yeah, I definitely have to look forward to turning that. Think here's one for you, a attachment race.
I think he means ATV
race. Yeah, we got one down here, ATV.
Yeah, yes, I did get those. I don't think I could have left the track without getting those. Your daughter would have killed me.
So there we go. That being said, next week, hopefully we can do a preview episode for the Bentonhausen Memorial 100. Always a big deal. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to competing in that one. I haven't been able to get out to the Bentonhausen in the last couple of years, but I think the schedule's cleared up. That's actually first day of our vacation. So
there you go.
Taking a week off, and that's first week of vacation. So kind of worked out this year, schedule-wise, for me to finally be there with the S4 crew. I think this will be the first time I've been there when they've run it at Grundy. So it'll be a good time. Looking forward to it, and looking forward to seeing all of y'all at the racetrack one way or another. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed the show. I want to thank the guys from S4 Motorsports for coming on. Not like it was a hard proposition to get them out here. But nonetheless, want to thank them, congratulate them on the win, and all the winners from this past weekend. And if you haven't had a chance yet, man, chances are running out to get your backside trackside. So do that. Hopefully we'll see you out there. If nothing else, we'll see you here next week. Adios.